Moore is going to win as Engleton. Motorsport 2 is going to be at the line. I think Cooper got it. Gino Ross gets the win. He's going to go back-to-back in Las Vegas. Luke Rainey's going to win the race, but Caleb Campbell is our champion. Hello everyone and welcome here to Sawmill for the running of the Mountain Dew 66, the 13th race of the Energizer NROL Cup Series in season number 2, the first road course race of the season. And here we are in California in the Sawmill road course for the first time in the series. And of course the first actual points race for after a bit of a wait, of course, with Eldora weekend. Eldora, shortest track we go to, and a dirt track, very different than this very fast-paced 2-mile road course in California. Like I said, first road course race of the season. Pretty nice day here in California. This road course with has a lot of elevation change in it, and it'll definitely we'll definitely have to see what kind of racing it provides. Very fun track to drive on for the drivers, and a very fun track to watch too. But how about before we get into anything else, let's go right into the starting lineup here at Sawmill. Starting on pole, one of your road course ringers, Michael Canto. He's got one career win in the series that came at Road America around this time last season, and he's probably the best of the road course ringers, as almost in all the road course races last season he was up front there with a contention in the win. But he did only get one win at Road America, but he starts on pole here today. Love to see what he can do, if he can maybe hang on, try and lead every lap. But one thing of note, they are not using the same car they used in qualifying, because the car used for qualifying, the engine blew during the middle of qualifying. He wasn't able to get back out on the track, but he was able to maintain his time, and he was still able to qualify on pole. And that's the second time this season that's happened to a Derek Hamill racing car. Remember the Clash, Derek Hamill, he got the pole for the Clash, but his engine also blew up during qualifying. But of course, you will be able to maintain your qualifying position even if your engine goes up in smoke. And that's what happened here. So Michael Canto, we'll have to see how this backup car does compared to the one in qualifying, which was certainly fast. Well, I imagine he probably got a couple of fast cars that 2019. I won't be surprised if this one's pretty almost as fast as the last one. Starting outside of him on the front row in second, Carter Friesen, part-time 5th car for Team Chevy Racing. Pretty good qualifying run for him. Not necessarily a road course ringer. He was able to qualify in the front row. That 5th car, looking pretty fast. Carter Friesen, I believe he's got one top 10 so far, and only a couple starts this season, as he is running part-time, so he can only make a select. He only select few races, but he might be able to shake up this race a little bit. Might be able to go for the win. Wouldn't be the first time part-timers win a road course, but we'll get to that in a second. Starting in third, Roger Ray. I believe he is third in points. He's did do pretty well last season, but he's definitely improved from last season, as he's doing even better than he was. Though he's still not got a win yet. We'll have to see if he can maybe make something happen as he starts up front as well. Maybe be able to take the points lead if he's lucky enough. I believe he's around 20 points behind. Starting outside of him, Alexander Rowe, who didn't win the Eldora race, but ended up getting the 10 playoff points anyway, since Dylan Mills, a part-timer, won that race. So Alexander Rowe, he got the 10 playoff points, basically on a 2-to-go pass on Jake Hoover right at the end. And Pretty exciting race to the line, but no contest for Dylan Mills. He was just schooling the field, teaching him how to race on the dirt, I guess. But he starts up front. Alex NROL still looking for his first win of the season after he got his first last season within the first 3. And rounding out the top 5, Isaac Redmond, surprise qualifying run for him. He starts inside the top 5 for that American Motorsports Ford Fusion. That team's been improving a little bit over the season. Eli Bright, he's been able to keep his car in the top 10 in points for halfway through the regular season, of course. And that team slowly improving, and it shows. They've had some pretty good qualifying runs before, and Isaac Redmond showing that he will start in 5th. In 6th, this is the person that I was talking about before, Derek Campbell. Of course, if you remember Old Spice, he won that race. Basically, of a lot of other people's misfortune, but he still drove an incredible race, and he was able to win it. Definitely, probably the second best road course ringer. So he didn't even have the best equipment there, but he's able to hang on, and a little bit of pit strategy as well. Like I said, a little bit of misfortune from people like Johnny Gardner, who jumped the restart, had to come back down pit road to clear black flag. We'll have to see what he can do today here. First time for him, and first time for the field here at Sawmill. We're starting 7th, Nick Smith, who's hung around the top 5, 10 points. I forgot where he is right now, but I believe he is top 10 still, and he's kept it there all season. Led the points a bit earlier, of course. We'll have to see how he does. He's not. I don't remember how well he's done at road course before, but qualifies up front. We'll have to see what he does. And 8th, Roy Singh. New road course ringer for Caleb Campo Motorsports in the 51 car. Of course, rookie for that team, a championship winning team, not the 51, but the team. He's not shown too much this season. I believe he was up there in points for just a little bit. I believe coming into Zenjoltis, but he is pretty good at these road courses. Starting Caleb Campo Motorsports driver. We'll have to see what he can get done here at Sawmill. Then rounding out the top 10, it's Christian Parker starting 9th with his teammate Danny Blaze. Parker, I believe he's hung around inside the chase cut right now. Just hung around. He might be outside of it actually, but he hasn't strayed far away from it. He's definitely going to be a contender to make the chase. Outside of him, Danny Plays, I believe he is still your Rookie of the Year leader in the 07. Definitely impressed with that Revolution Racing team. And he starts top 10. We'll round out your top 10 here at Sawmill. So let's go over the rest of your field. Johnny Gardner, running ISIP, good qualifying run for him. Shazane Rana, Luke Rainey, Jay Jefferson, Nathan Stapleton. Rich Thompson, Derek Hick, both with very impressive qualifying runs, both non-chartered. Jake Hoover, second in points right now with Riley Spurley, who's also up there. Spencer Davis and Adam Lewis, your points leader teammates right there. Lewis currently holds the points lead by 16 points over Jake Hoover right now. Jake Hoover starts ahead of him. We'll have to see how the points will be after this race. Can Lewis hang on? After a bit of a surprise in the Eldor race where he DNQ'd the race, but that was after he done an incident, very unfortunate for him. But they're just going to move on, try to focus on what's important right now, which is holding the points lead. He's definitely one of the strongest drivers this season with 2 wins in that 63. Next row, John Dubeck, Al Lagacy, Tristan Beckett, Gatlin Downey, who's been speeding up these past couple races, definitely showing that he can be a contender. And James Fisher's teammate has basically done the same. Inside of him, Ben Crouch also been in contention for a couple of wins. Jonathan Rains and Caleb Campbell starts near the back. Has not really been the best at these road course races, as well as Quentin Moore behind them. We'll have to see if he can find his way up front, though. Then Quentin Moore, like I said, and Andrew Miller, Jeremy Wales, Mike Sparks, Eli Bright, who's top 10 points right now. We'll have to see if he can work his way up because he a good qualifying run for him. Ryan Lee, Stephen Thompson, and Rob Evans rounds out the people who qualified. Now, something a bit strange happened with these guys. All 4 of these guys were unable to make a qualifying time, so had to determine it on where they are in points. So Eric Monaco, first of them, then it's Daniel Williams, Austin Rogers, and Josh Dixon. And pretty unfortunate for the 3 who's up there in points, I believe, inside the chase right now, and Daniel Williams trying to get. He's currently 30th right now, which is just enough to make the chase. Trying to make up ground, was unable to, along with these guys, wasn't able to make a qualifying run for whatever reason. Still not too sure. But let's see if any of those guys can work their way up front and maybe have a shot to win. Definitely not the easiest task. Get up through the field at a road course, but we'll have to see. That's your starting grid. Now let's go down and get the command to get these cars rolling.
Drivers, start your engines.
There you have it. 4-2 cars getting ready to roll off here at Sawmill for the first time in the Cup Series. Everybody rolls off here on the swervy back straight. 33 laps around this 2-mile road course. First road course race of the season, like I've said. A very interesting racetrack, a pretty beautiful racetrack as well, with all these trees in the forest. Michael Canto, Carter Friesen lead the field. It'll be an interesting race, of course. You see this downhill turn right here, the last corner. Coming back down in the front straight, pretty low compared to the rest of the track. But pace car gonna go into pit road, and here we go. 42 cars rolling, and we are green here at Sawmill. They head down this very swervy back straight, like I said. 3 wide going on for second as Canto was able to get away. With them battling like this, Canto able to pull away a pretty big lead here. Like I said, he's one of the best, if not the best, road course stringer in this series. Rowe still trying to keep that second position away from Roger Ray. Rowe will get the run off that corner, so will Carter Friesen. They are clear now. But Canto already opened up to a 1-second lead, almost 1.5. Now, Eric Campbell Racing looking for their, their 4th win of the season. They've got 2 with Nathan Stapleton and 1 with Daniel Williams. It's almost all their drivers. See the S's. Entire back straight. It's not straight, but it's kind of almost in a line, but it's just sliding back and forth. You see these cars sliding, heading into this last corner, trying to hang on to it. But that's all this battling really letting Michael Canto get away with this one. Looking really strong in that number 29. You complete lap number 2 here at Sawmill. Now, I'm not entirely sure when pit stops are going to be. We're going to have to see here. Pit strategy could be a thing, could not be a thing. Not sure. 66 miles here. It's only 6 miles longer than Eldora, so probably going to be a bit of a shorter race. But we do return here to Sawmill in the chase, so that is something to look out for. The only road course we return to. So, yeah, like I said, that could be something to look out for. Derek Hamill trying to make it. Derek Hamill Racing 1-2. Hamill, the team owner, the row, currently able to hang on to it for now. Usually the outside is able to get the best run off this right-hander. And Roll looks like he'll be able to get it down the straight. Oops. Take a look back through the field here. Roger Ray's falling back a little bit. Roy Singh, he's gained a little bit in that 51. 36, able to basically hold his ground. He has lost a little bit, but pretty good so far for him. Christian Parker, Danny Plays sticking together. They've gained 2 positions each, I believe. Nick Smith falling back a bit, and Ren Ice, he's been able to get inside the top 10 barely right now, though. Nathan Stapleton also finding his way up, trying to get with his teammates, perhaps. Johnny Gardner, definitely not too bad here. These road courses, like I said, he was up front at Old Spice last season. We've got a black flag, which kind of cost him a good finish. Grayson Thompson and Adam Lewis, your points leader. Jay Jefferson got on the grass right there. Some side damage for the 28. It shouldn't be affecting him too much. He'll probably be able to get around the 48. And you see Jefferson, he did get in that grass there. That is one thing to look out for at this racetrack as a caution comes out. First caution of the day is, I believe, the 29 is racing back. I believe it's only these 3 that are racing back right now. So they're going to race back. It looks like it was John Dubeck. It might have only been John Dubeck. It might have had something to do with that grass there. That is definitely a trouble spot. Like I said, but Michael Canto is going to race it back here because of the time and caution. Shouldn't trap anybody a lap down except maybe the 22. Might be able to get that car back on track. Nope, he's out. That's fortunate for him. He started midfield. Could have got a good finish, but Canto will lead him back to the caution flag. Everybody else didn't, except for these 3. So Canto leads us back. Looked like a 1-car incident between John Dubeck and who knows. Let's take a look at what brought out the caution for the first time today here at Sawmill. Not entirely sure what happened here. Didn't really see much of it, but it looks like, oh man, Quentin Moore went really wide on that corner right there. He slid off, and the 60 and the 67. He bumps up. They slide into the wall, and a pretty hard hit for the 22 and the 67. That was weird there because Quentin Moore and James Fisher both went off course. They were both going side by side. It looks like they were sliding it through this corner, both of them. Got too close and just slid off, and that was what I was saying with how these cars slide. And the 67 comes up, gets John Dubeck in a pretty hard hit. That's going to take the 22 out of the race, and it's definitely going to damage 67, James Fisher. So Quentin Moore might have a little bit down. Pretty sure he did get that inside wall. Just a little bit. Definitely going to lose some position. He makes some contact with Daniel Williams, who's gained quite a bit of ground. The 89 should be able to continue, but the 22 definitely he's out. And the 67 might have some pretty heavy damage. Just take a look at it from here. This is a camera angle. Yeah, it's a really hard hit coming off the banking there. Got some air on that 22. Well, first caution of the day. Let's take a look at the restart, but let's see if there's pit stops too. Let's take a look. Going back to Sawmill, pit stops, but I believe a couple people staying out. I believe that's the 51 and the 51 and the 36. They both stayed out, as well as Christian Parker. So that's an interesting strategy, mixed strategy. But Canto, your leader, Adam Lewis, one of your Spurley Tube, also stays out. But yeah, mixed strategy could definitely make this race interesting in the future. But let's take a look at pit stop for person who's basically led every lap up till now. See what the strategy is on his team. It's 4 tires and fuel. definitely not going to be enough to make it to the end, as a couple people look like they took 2 tires. And Rowe beats out Kanto. And oh, pretty close right there between the 93. Gets loose coming off the pit lane. But Rowe able to beat Kanto. That could be crucial, but a lot of people stay out. I believe the 07 and the 9 teammates, they took 2 tires. And Evans, Rogers, Miller, Lee, Downey, Crouch, Rains, Quentin Moore, Daniel Williams, Caleb Campo, Luke Rainey, Spurley 2, Lewis, Stapleton, Parker, Redmond, and Singh all stay out. Mixed strategy. They're definitely, like I said, nobody is going to be able to make it till the end, even if they did pit right there. But a lot of people stay out, a lot of people come in, basically almost half and half. As lights on the pace car are out, but we'll meet you back in a couple moments. We're back here to Sawmill. Like I said, John Dubek is out because of that incident between him and the 67. James Fisher also has quite a bit of damage. Not too sure how the car is going to be. Roy Singh, Isaac Redmond, Parker, a lot of people stay out. And we'll have to see. I almost thought they're coming down pit road right there. I think they aren't. That would be weird. Anyway, Singh leads up to the green flag. And we're back to green here at Sawmill. And Parker with a blazing restart. Look at that. Singh and Redmond not with the best of starts. Parker able to get right down to the inside for the lead. We're now Singh getting up to speed. As like I said, a lot of these guys stay out. And Rowe was the first person who on fresh tires, but it looks like Kanto's able to get around him. But Carter Friesen, I believe, also came down. He's challenging for that. There's a big mess back here. Everybody fighting for positions. Kanto, he's been the dominant car all day, but Campbell running a bit crazy line right there. Singh holds the lead for now. With Parker close behind, Parker not looking like he could have a pretty good car here today. So you get through that corner right there. Parker trying to find a way around that 51. Redmond running pretty good in third. Excuse me. We look all the way back here. Jay Jefferson dropping to the pits. That is interesting. Maybe an issue on the 48, or perhaps, I'm not sure, but Kanto trying to make up positions. Remember the 07 and 9 both took 2 tires on that pit stop. They're all hanging around each other basically right now in 21st. So Singh, Parker able to break away a bit from that 36. Still not entirely sure when these guys are going to have to pit. I saw Jefferson coming down right there. Are they going to have to pit this time? No. I think the 48 might have had an issue. He will not fall a lap down. So if Costumer to come out, that'd save him. Since this is a road course. Lewis trying to pick up positions. You currently hold the points lead right now. Where is Jake Hoover at? Anyway, he's a bit farther back. Way back here in 27th. I would see where he ends up when pit stops cycle through. Jefferson got a bit of side end damage. That's a bit of a problem that some people have. Exiting the pit road is kind of dangerous. You can hit the wall sometimes. That can cost you a lot of time, depending on how hard you hit the wall, which usually isn't that hard. But yeah, it can definitely hurt some people. It can help some people. It's a bit hard as the pit lane kind of just spits you right on the track. And there's grass like waiting to eat you alive right there. Kanto now, he is a little ways behind the top 10 right now. We use top 20, 18th right now. Trying to get around Andrew Miller. Miller had a pretty good car early in the season, but kind of falling off a bit. Rowe also trying to get around the 29 as well. As they're the first two with fresh tires. And here's a top 10 right here. Quentin Moore, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 positions off. 29 was riding the back bumper of Andrew Miller, like right there. It's going to get a little dangerous. Don't want to run the corner wide, but he's able to make it work. We'll have to see Will clear through the corner. Kanto definitely figuring out this racetrack, showing that he's one of the best road course racers. Proven. Seeing he's been able to, first person who stayed out, of course, been able to hang on in that number one position. Who here, like I said, he's also a bit of a road racer, I believe. And he's leading laps. Remember, if you lead the most laps, that's 1 playoff point. With how they're lining up, it almost looks like they're going. It's under caution. It's not. See them just sliding through that corner. He clips the grass a little bit. You do not want to do that. And heard him downshift there. I thought it was going to come down pit road. Right out there. But like I said, definitely not going to be able to make it till the end. But have to see if, because I believe they might be trying out a 2-stop strategy, while Kanto, Rowe, etc., they're trying out a 3-stop strategy. We'll have to see. Like I said, this race could come down to a little bit of strategy. We got 20 to go basically, but these laps only 58 seconds. 58 seconds, pretty long lap times. You see Kanto making up a lot of ground. Definitely showing he knows. He's got a couple of teammates in front of him. Ben Crouch, Derek Hamill. Looks like he'll try to get around Crouch on the outside. Will become the inside on this corner. Ain't able to get the run off the corner right there, but let's see through this one. Really like trying to back bumper some of these guys. He will get inside of them. And right here between Williams and Rainey. Inside the top 10. Saying he's not really pulling away from that 50 car, but he's been able to maintain it. Pretty impressive so far. I'm not entirely sure where halfway is. I'm not checking that. But like I said, these guys, I think they're trying to make it on 2 stops. Well, you know, like I said earlier. Kanto's kind of following his team owners through this pack. Derek Hamill, who I believe stayed out. Might not have. I'm not sure. As Kanto ran that corner a bit wide, trying to get to the outside. That 77 really let Rowe close in. You see that 93 looking very fast. Derek Hamill, like I said, pretty good road course racer as well. Team owner and owner of that 29 car. Derek Hamill run the 5th car for himself in his team. Kanto really likes to ride the back bumper. These guys pressuring them a bit as he's able to get a ride around Caleb Campbell. I believe that will break him inside the top 10. Rowe has been tracking him down though. Just not letting that 29 get too far ahead as Kanto chases following his team owner through. Up to 160 into this corners. Kato making it 3 wide right there. Now trying to get around Hamill and Spurley Tube right there. Like I said, I don't think Hamill pit, but he's still looking pretty fast. As he's able to get the run around the 29 as his fallen team owner. Singh is now almost opened up to a 1 second lead. At 51 finally starting to pull away a bit from the 50. Now these guys just follow the leader. But Derek Hamill, Michael Canto now approaching their teammate Daniel Williams. He's trying to, I mean, the strategy for him is probably worth a shot considering he started around 40th. I feel like Hamill might be on fresh tires because he's been able to stay in front of the 29. He's been running this basically the same speed as he's been. So if I had to guess, he probably did. So if this shuffles out, he might be the leader. Hamill, he would love a second win and run part-time for his own team. Of course. He got 1 win last season, driving the 65 at Old Spice, which we will return to in a couple races. Now here we go, they're about to catch this lead pack. They're going to have to chase down that 51 though, who's just been trying to lead the most laps. And here he comes down pit road, so that, I believe, like I said, I think they're trying to make it on 2 stops, so is 17 halfway? Or past halfway? I'm not sure. But they're going to come down then. And that's going to, and like I said, that's going to hand the lead over to Derek Hamill with Michael Canto looking to take it back. Now, like I said, I think those guys are going to try to work out a 2-stop strategy, while these guys are going to go on 3. So what that should mean is Hamill's probably going to have to try and work his way back up through the pack. Hamill and Canto and Rowe Gardner's made up a lot of ground. Running 4th right now, we'll have to see. Reason kind of lost him in the crowd, but he's back up, run 5th. So this could get interesting as this race moves forward. I believe we are past halfway. I believe lap 18 was halfway. I think. Let me think. I think it's either halfway or past halfway, maybe. So I think that's going to leave them on 2 stops. They're about to catch the tail end of these guys. But like I said, as here they come down pit road now, which be their second stop. These guys are stuck on pit road. I'm not too sure what's going on between these guys. I don't know when they came down, but there's something going on with them. Let's take a look at Canto's pit stop now as he brings it in. I believe Rowe stays out an extra lap. He might be the only person who stayed out, but let's take a look at the 29's pit stop. Inside the trees, and we'll have to see how his pit exit is gonna go. We're gonna have to see. Is Canto 93 able to get out ahead of him pretty well? And there you see the grass just grabs you. He's able to keep it off the wall. But that could cost you a lot of time. Case in point, cost you even more time to get the wall, so he's lucky he didn't, but I believe that puts these guys' strategy in motion. Now, Rowe, he's the last person that stayed out. We'll have to see how this works for him. As I believe this should be the last cycle pit stop. I believe everybody is on a two-stop strategy now, since it maybe. I cannot confirm that. As I believe it's 4 tires and fuel for the 25. Got a 10-second lead. Yeah, now the 51. Roy Singh is their leader. Now, see how he gets off pit road here. Because that crash just grabs you. And yep, he gets the wall right there. He's ultimately going to be able to get right with Kanto, basically. Where's Derek Hamill? Oh, he's already making up ground. Hamill, he might be the favorite to win this race, really. Because Kanto, he lost a bit of time on the exit of pit lane. Roy Singh now, he's got Isaac Redball behind him, but Singh, he's been able to hold him off before. But can he hang on to the lead for just coming up on 10 to go? I believe 12 to go right now. Can he hold it on for 11 more laps? 12 more laps? All these guys had some sort of issue. Not too sure because they weren't in a wreck. Unless they were, they might have been. Kanto, he... not too sure he's going to be able to get back up here. He is currently scored 10th right now. Rowe also lost quite a bit of time. But they should have a couple lap pressure tires. They definitely have a couple lap pressure tires than everybody else. Derek Hamill, he's once again making up a lot of ground. It seemed like pitting earlier during that caution. It's going to pay off for him. And Christian Parker blows up. That could bring out caution. He stops on the racetrack. I think it's going to bring out caution with right at 11 to go, and that is the caution. Singh leads it back, and that changes everything, because now Kanto, Rowe, any of these guys inside the top 10, maybe even Campbell, Friesen, they could all have a shot now. Because I believe everybody should be good on fuel. We'll have to see. But Singh now, he's the leader, trying to close it out. I believe he has led the most laps. Derek Hamill, he's looking pretty good. He probably has a catbird seat right now. With those fresh tires, he's already shown he knows how to charge. We have seen those moves on the restart, of course. We saw Christian Parker, a tough break for the 50. Some sort of issue for Christian Parker, who was running top 10 for most of the day. And now he is out, it looks like, unless he got it back out there. I don't think so. I believe all the people who were stuck on pit road for a little while, they all came back out. I still don't know what the issue was on that. But they're probably not going to be in contention anymore, which is definitely unfortunate. Jay Jefferson trying to get back above that top 30 mark. Just has not had the luck. But he has shown the speed, just not the luck. But, we'll have to see, are these guys going to have to come down pit road? Because if they aren't going to come down pit road, I believe they are good. Unless they are going to try and stretch it. So Singh, Redmond, Stapleton, all on older tires. And Hamill, the first one on newer. Then it's Lewis, Gardner, the second one, I believe, on newer tires. Then it's Williams, Rainey, and then Kanto and Rowe. Hamill comes down pit road. And I'm not too sure what's up with that. Is it an issue on the 93? Because he's the only person that come down. They're reporting a flat tire, and that is unfortunate. A flat right front for the 93 under caution. That's gonna cause him to drop all the way back. And I was saying it, he had the catbird seat on the restart, starting 4th with the fresh tires, and now he has to go all the way back. Very unfortunate for Derek Hamill. And it looks like he won't drop to the very back, but still, Roger Ray, he's back here, 24th. Hamill will come out 22nd, it looks like. Very unfortunate. And they're reporting it was a flat right front. Well, now, like I said, it could still be anybody's game, but Roy Singh now, he might have the best shot. Because he's been able to hold off everybody else. Isaac Redmond could be a bit of an upset if he could win. Be the second win of the season for Caleb Campo Motorsports. Singh could bring it home. FC pace car lights go out. We'll catch you in a second here. We're going to get ready for the restart with, I believe, 9 to go. So, let's take a look. We're back here to Sawmill. Late race restart. Clutch issue on the 50 of Christian Parker. Very unfortunate. Running top 10 all day long. And he's going to finish out of this race. But restart with, I believe, 9 to go. Yeah, 9 to go. Roy Singh leads the field. He might have the best shot winning this now as Derek Hamill had to go all the way back to because of a flat tire. Green flags back in the air. Who is going to get it? Look at Stapleton on this restart. He's going to take it 3 wide. An amazing restart for the 98. But now, can he capitalize and get around that 51? Or can Redmond make a move? Battle for the lead now. It's on. Singh able to clear off that corner. This uphill corner. Singh now going to try and hang on to it, bring it home, but Stapleton trying to get his 3rd win this season, only halfway through the regular season. Not entirely unheard of, but it'd definitely be safe for him. Daniel Williams going up here. Canto. Rose able to get around Canto. Remember, they got the fresher tires. We'll have to see. Is Singh now trying to pull away? He's doing a pretty good job of it too. He might have feel like he probably has the best shot at winning this now since Hamill had to come down pit road. Where is Hamill right now? I wouldn't be sorry if he's making up positions. He does have those fresher tires. He's basically right where he was before. But Sparks the lap down. Canto run 9th right now. Rowe 8th, I believe. It's Gardner Williams, who's kind of salvaged this run. Like I said, he's trying to get away from that top 30 mark. The battle for the lead is going to be heating on here. And Stapleton try to get around the rookie roadcourse ringer, Roy Singh. A lot of R's in that sentence. And go sliding through that corner, just a couple laps to go. Stapleton entering that corner a bit tighter than Singh is. That might be cost him a little bit of time. That is very tough to call, I guess. Look from the rear camera of Singh. Stapleton trying to close all he can. And he's closing a little bit, but Singh, he's been able to open up that gap. See him sliding through this corner. Able to close a little bit right there. Through this very fast slinging part right here. 51 can still make a mistake if he gets that grass. 98 able to close back up. It's going to be between these two. Lewis looking to extend his points lead. He's looking for third. I don't think he's going to be a factor though, but it's looking like Roy Singh has got this one. He's got the best shot at it. Stapleton not really being able to close that gap, but hasn't been losing too much. These guys with the pressure tires not fresh enough. It looks like. Let's see, definitely showing he knows how to race these road courses. Stapleton knowing he does as well, and showing that these Derek Campbell racing cars, they've got this Derek Campbell racing team, they've got incredible road racing cars. Again, through this very fast part. Like I said, Stapleton, he's been able to hang with them. Gap is closed. It is closing. We could be setting up for a pretty good finish here. Stapleton now looking just a tad faster than that 51. We'll have to see. Like I said, 51 has the best shot right now. It's going to be tough to get around him. But he's there. He's definitely there. I almost thought it said I wasn't recording. Ooh. Stapleton, he's now hanging with him. Last time around, he was just a little bit faster than that 51. But will there be enough time? Lewis trying to get that third position. Having a bit of trouble in that 36. By the Grandma showing he's gonna go down without a fight. Stapleton, he's there. He is there, but getting there is one thing. Passing another. Definitely. It's definitely something here, these road courses. And I believe these guys should have enough fuel. So they go down the curvy back straight. Just a few more laps, 4 more laps, 3.5 more laps. Stapleton, he is there, no doubt about it. Lucy's been able to get up to third, looking to extend his points lead on Jake Hoover. Take one last look back through here. Hoover right now currently in 20th. As where's Ray? We'll have to see. He is 21st. Somebody might take second points, but here we are, 3 to go here at Sawmill. Stapleton, he is there. See him feathering that throttle, making sure you don't lose it. Letting go, break it a little bit, letting it slide. Just a bit, and then you want to just yank it right here. And don't yank it too much like that 51 almost did. They believe the caution were to come out now, the race would be over. Through 2 to go. And Stapleton, he makes his move, trying to get to the outside. Runs it a bit wide, that kind of cost him some time. He did get a run down that front straight though. But that cost him a bit of time. Tried making the move right there. Now, can he close back in? But I'm thinking it's going to be Roy Singh here in Victory Lane here in California. And it's Sawmill. Canto really fading. He has picked up some positions. Redmond also. Lewis just trailing behind these guys. Now coming to take the white flag this time by. If that 51 makes a mistake, the 98 is there. Well, that 51 is looking golden. White flag. One more time around here at Sawmill. Now, can the 51 lead him back? The uphill corner, he is looking golden. Like I said, see that hill right there? Lots of elevation change. Pretty high up compared to the front straight. But Singh, no mistakes through this. That's it. I think that's it. Stapleton might have one last run here. Nope. Roy Singh comes off the final corner. Roy Singh, Caleb Campo Motorsports, he wins at Sawmill. First time, first career win for Roy Singh in the Caleb Campo Motorsports 51. How about that? For Roy Singh, road course ringer, able to play the right strategy. And he takes home the victory. Takes home the W for Caleb Campo Motorsports. How about that? Stapleton with a very close second. I thought he almost could have made a move right there at the end. Maybe if you give him one more lap. And 66 miles around this racetrack. Roy Singh, he wins the Mountain Dew 66 at Sawmill. Let's take a look at your finishing results here. Here are your finishing results from the Mountain Dew 66 at Sawmill Speedway. First road course race of the season, and I'd say it was a pretty good one. Roy Singh leads the most laps and wins. And a very good showing from that 51 team. Second win for Caleb Campo Motorsports this season. It's actually kind of surprising, to be honest. I believe that's the third. I believe he's the third rookie winner this season. Third or fourth. Nate Stapleton very close up in second. But I bet he's happy with the second place run. And I know Adam Lewis probably is happy as well with a third place finish. I believe he extends his points lead by a considerable amount, as Jake Hoover, I believe, is still second, but he finished 20th. He lost probably quite a bit of ground on that 67. Isaac Renmond able to keep it up inside the top 5 all day. Very impressive showing from the 36 as well. Second highest finishing rookie. Able to hold off Alexander Rowe at the end as well, who finished 5th in swap positions. Daniel Williams came from all the way back in 40th to 6th, showing that they did have a good car, just didn't get it out in qualifying. Michael Canto, very close. Probably could have won if that caution did come out. Maybe not. Well, Derek Hamill probably would have won if that caution were not to come out. But he definitely had a shot to win there, but kind of seemed like the tires faded a bit on that number 29 at the end. Johnny Garner, consistent day for him. Hung inside the top 10 for towards the end. Probably not all race, but he finished 8th. Luke Rainey, 9th. Quiet day for him. And Jonathan Rains as well, quiet in 10th. Carter Friesen, 11th. Spurley Tube, 12th. I believe is up. Spurley Tube comes up to 3rd in points, I think. Derek Hamill, if not for that flat tire, I think he probably could have won that race. He was starting 4th on the restart. You saw the restart the 98 had. And imagine that, except with fresh tires, he probably could have cleared that 51 off the first corner. But he unfortunately comes back from 17th to 13th. As fresh tires, they were helping him out. Helping out a lot of people earlier in the race, but didn't seem too helpful at the end there for some reason. As you saw, Rowe and Canto weren't able to make up that much ground. I thought they would have been able to, but I guess they did have only say 5 or maybe 3, 4 that fresher tires, which shouldn't seem to affect that much. Derek Dick runs at the top 15, consistent day for him. He's finishes about where he started. Roger Ray actually able to get around Jake Hoover at the end there. Interesting. So he gets a little bit of points on him, but I believe Jake Hoover is still second in points. They look down here. Made first to 40th. Jay Jefferson, Nick Smith, Mike Sparks. I still have no idea what happened to them. I feel like they might have been in a crash, but I forgot to check, unfortunately. And two people out of the race. Christian Parker with that clutch issue probably would have finished top 10, but just unfortunate end to his day. And John Dubeck got in that accident earlier with the 67. James Fisher able to bring it home 33rd. I didn't see he didn't fall a lap down, so that damage might not have been too much, but definitely hurt him in the fact that he ended up finishing towards the back. Spencer Davis also fell a lot, and same would be said with Nick Smith, I guess. Eric Monaco overall gains there. That's our finishing results. Roysing, your winner at Sawmill. Now let's take a look at the point standings. And here are points after 13 races now. Adam Lewis now opened the points lead by quite a bit. I believe it's around 40, like about a race ahead. Maybe just under, or maybe just over. I didn't exactly work out the math just now, but also somehow there are a lot of ties between a couple people. Somehow there's a tie for third between Roger Ray and Riley Spurley-Tube. A tie for 10th between Luke Ray and Alexander Rowe. A tie for 14th between Ben Crouch, Johnny Garner, and Roy Singh. A tie for 20th between James Fisher and Isaac Redmond. There's a tie for 28th between Christian Parker and Spencer Davis. There's a tie for 33rd between Jay Jefferson and Jeremy Wales. And that is a lot of ties. But Roy Singh with that win, he is now locked into the chase. He also got above the chase cut because of the points course, but he's in a three-way tie. But of course he would win the tie. It does not really matter. But currently inside the chase right now would be Grayson Thompson, Daniel Williams, Roy Singh, Michael Canto, Eli Bright, Alexander Rowe, Luke Rainey, Nick Smith, Danny Clays, Rob Evans, Nathan Stapleton, Caleb Campbell, Riley Spurley-Tube, Roger Ray, Jake Hoover, and Adam Lewis. That would be your 16 chasers right now. So, pause, see where we are. So, I'll see you hopefully Monday. I can't guarantee it, but hopefully Monday for the Lucas Oil 100 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It was a pretty interesting race last season. We'll have to see how it is this season. But Indianapolis, the Brickyard. I'll see you guys then.